Ladies and gentlemen, coming front and center, leading the Port Royal Bicentennial Parade, Pennsylvania's finest, the State Police Mounted Patrol. Our Grand Marshal Division 1 sign carrier, Penny Abram, and the Grand Marshal Division 1, Bud Brider, and the horse and carriage, civic leader, 89-year-old lifelong Port Royal resident, was president of the Borough Council for 50 years for the Sesquicentennial, riding with Bud is his great-daughter, Mandy Brider, the 2009 Juniata County Fair Queen, and riding in the horse and carriage, driven by Jim Swartz. Ladies and gentlemen, the Juniata High School Marching Band. "80 members under the direction of Mr. Kevin Cunningham. Junior high cheerleaders, junior varsity, varsity, and varsity cheerleaders from Juniata High School. Right behind them, the Greenwood Unicats, unicyclists from Greenwood Elementary School. Leader is a physical educator under direction of Mr. Dennis King. How do you get down off one of those things? That's what I want to know. Jeez. I'd have trouble if it was two wheels. I understand this group was formed just by elementary students who just wanted to have some fun. That is really, really nice. And behind our Greenwood Unicats, we have the period dress and beard contest winner banner carriers. Brenda Strasser, 14, and Rachel Bargo, 13, both students at Tuscarora Valley Junior High. And here comes our period dress and beard contest winners on the float. House decorating, most patriotic, Bonnie Ellis, most creative, Daniel and Jesse Kennedy, best overall, Mark and Lisa Longnecker. Period dress, single person, Sheila Yorks, runner-up Libby Baker Mikesel, group winner Gail Sisney and Shanna Varner, runner-up Diana and Ella Zimmerman, and best of show winner Rhonda and Brooklyn Aaron Zeller, runner-up Jim Taylor. And beard, Bob Taylor, runner-up James Reagan. In the fullness category, unusual, Garth Brackbill, runner-up James Taylor, best effort winner Dan Foltz, runner-up Bud Brider. Mother and daughter team, Nora and Jerry Mason and Angie Sear, off to school. Here comes the Tuscarora Valley Elementary School float. Missing school and your teachers. How many teachers can you name who are riding on this float? Mrs. Linda Clark, Mrs. Pat Brown, Mrs. Sue Koppenhaver, Mr. Don Bratton. Current teachers, Stephanie Bunnell, Angie B. Ward, Sarah Weisman, Dawn Barrier. We also have 5 or 6 current and future students. The float pulled by Brian King and his Farmall tractor. Here comes Barbara Bergstresser, mayor of Port Royal. 20 years ago, founded Old Home Voltage Days, has reserved on Borough Council and was its president, driving influence for creation and continuing efforts for Moyer Park, the 1988 Mustang GT, owned by Landon Lobb of Lewistown, Pennsylvania, and the Juniata County Business and Professional Women's. These ladies represent a variety of businesses and organizations. Port Royal Evangelical Lutheran Church will be upcoming with their float. Port Royal Lutheran Church members and youth walking in hand with Jesus. Can you spy the church mouse? Where is the church mouse? Ah, yes. Where is the mouse on the church? Have you seen it yet? Way up there. There it is. Very nice float. Coming up next is one of our Vietnam veterans, Denny Hutchins, and his golden retriever, Fanny. Denny designed the bicentennial logo in banner and did a great job. Here's coming the covered bridge replica. It was built for the Sesquicentennial Parade, Bayshore's hardware entry. The bridge has been repaired and updated by Aaron and John Anstein. Appearance in 2012 is in memory of the Bayshore family at Marty Moyer Compton in recognition of all the covered bridges that have been significant in the history of Port Royal. Alicia and Justin Sigler are pulling the wagon. Oh, let's go back to yesteryear. How about a 1951 Mercury Sedan Deluxe, owned and driven by Scott Brothers? Bill Brothers will be riding with me, dressed in a 1950 Korean War era Army uniform. Mother and girlfriend will be dressed for the period. This particular make and model was made famous when James Dean drove one in the classic movie Rebel Without a Clause. Zembo Shriners. We've got 3 units. Sports car, Sherman Edwards, past potentate president. We have motorcycles leased up and many cars by David Amsbach, the president. And they are in the back there. This is all the Zembo Shrine. Boy, they are looking good. Beautiful convertibles. And look at those zany cars in the back. Oh, that's what I want. I want one of them. Oh, my. They're just having a ball. Just ripping and tearing. Man, they're definitely some kind of cars there, no doubt about that. I wonder how fast they can go. And we have our motorcycle division coming in. Lee Stump is the president of the motorcycle division. You guys are having too much fun. Oh, yeah, there he is. That must be the president of the motorcycle division, Lee Stump. Coming up is the Get Steam Calliope, one of a kind, believed the largest mobile self-contained steam calliope in the world. 40 whistles of graduated sizes. Claire Kopp and his family operates this instrument for the past 25 years, and if the wind is right, you can hear it up to 2 miles away. Owned and operated by Claire Kopp and his wife Shirley and his son Raymond. The Get Steam Calliope. Coming up next is the Friends of the Juniata County, supporting the Port Royal's 200th birthday. This is the Bill Groninger Memorial. Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 913 of Branson, Missouri, pays tribute to our local son, Lieutenant Colonel Bill Groninger, and his SR-71 plane. Ladies and gentlemen, our current Juniata County Fair Queen, Molly Arnold, along with Alyssa Frank, Bathsheba Calloway, Tori Fultz, and other past Fair Queens. How about a 1936 Buick Special, straight A coupe, David Taylor driving. Car was purchased at Joe Frankhouse's Buick's garage, was located where the laundromat is today. Nice looking machine. Ladies and gentlemen, serving and protecting our community, the Friendship Fire Company of Port Royal. All these fine volunteers putting their time and effort to protecting the lives and property in our community. Countless times they've been called into service, and countless times they've responded in harm's way, protecting the property and lives of our community. Something new and something old. I think you had to be in good shape to be a fireman back then. Just rolling out the hose and rolling it back and pumping would be hard enough. And all these fine units here on display. Volunteers do make a difference. Let's hear it for the Port Royal Friendship Fire Company. All these fine units ready on call 24 hours a day. There you go. Give it a toot. Huh? All right, coming up right behind them. How you doing, Joe? Keep it straight between the lines. We have the Port Royal EMS coming up through. The Port Royal EMS paramedics. Once again on call 24 hours a day, ready to respond. Our next entry, the Buttonwood Campground Float, old-time camping. Is it that much different from camping today? I would definitely have to say so, especially when you go to Buttonwood Campground. You catch anything? Well, keep working. Try a flatfish or a mep. Maybe that'll work. Everybody enjoying the parade so far? I think it's a darn good parade. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have a visiting school attend our bicentennial parade. How about a warm welcome for the Mount Union Area High School Trojan Marching Band under the direction of Richard Kane. Let's hear it for the Mount Union Area High School Trojan Marching Band under the direction of Richard Cade. They got their equipment trailer right with them. Very nice. Thank you for coming to Juniata County. All right, coming next, we have three tractors. We have Brooks Gamble leading the way, Leroy Stewart, oh yeah, Ellis Chalmers. I thought Jim McClure was going to ride a John Deere today. The Henrys were supposed to clean one up for him. I guess that didn't happen. Beautiful machines, though. Look at these oldies but goodies. Well taken care of and preserved. Oliver. Every time I think of Oliver, I think of Green Acres. I don't know why, but... Ooh, my, look at the rumble seat on that thing. That is decent. All right, upcoming next, we have the Minneapolis Moline Military Equipment, Charlie and Dave Smith. This is a military Jeep driven by Charlie Smith, the 1944 vintage. It saw duty in the Pacific Theater in World War II, used in Navy and Marines. Only 24 left in the United States. And we had a Moline military tractor driven by Dave Smith in Knoxville. World War II veteran Paul Fleck. Thank you very much, Paul. We appreciate your cooperation and help. World War II veteran Herb Basom and John Dalton. Oh, yeah. World War II veteran Bob Gilson and Jim Yetter. We shall not forget your efforts, gentlemen. God bless you. I was talking to Bob at the fair. World War II veteran Elmer Brackville. How you doing, Elmer? Just wouldn't be the fair without Elmer around. That's right. You always take care of. He's always, picking up some pieces or some left ends. He's always invaluable. World War II veterans Marlon Wirt and Hubert Parsons. God bless you, gentlemen. We will not forget. We will not forget. World War II veterans Ben Townsend, Jack Taylor, and Paul Townsend. In uniform, no less. I'm a Vietnam veteran, and I can't get in my uniform. And coming up next, the American Legion Post 298. Theme of the float is promoting patriotism in our country. 4 groups of American Legion, Legionnaire Auxiliary, Sons of the American Legion, and the American Legion Riders, who had a very successful event today. And Zimmerman Truck Lines providing the unit. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this. I'll see you later. All right, coming up is the Juniata Wildland Firefighters Incorporated in their brush truck, I should say. Smokey couldn't make it today. He had some other things to take care of. Touring Friends Motorcycle Club from Mifflin County. They are on board, taking care of business. Just cruising through. I like those trikes. They're really nice. Very nice. How about our friends from the Beale Township Fire Company with their 2001 International Bumper? And also representing those who protect and serve the East Waterford community, we have the Lake Tuscarora East Waterford Fire Department. Welcome. Thank you for joining our parade. And here comes the Corvette Club of Perry County. About 40 Corvette owners in and around the Perry County area. ranging from 1964 to 2011. You don't have to be a Perry County resident to belong to the club. They come from Cumberland, York, and Juniata counties. Varied activities such as car shows, rallies, autocrosses, cruises, and yes, even parades. They're affiliated with the National Council of Corvette Clubs, so members can earn show points and rally points that count towards national and regional awards. They are honored to salute Port Royal on its 200th birthday and thank the Bicentennial Committee for inviting them to join the parade. Put your hands together for the Corvette Club of Perry County. And that, ladies and gentlemen, ends Division 1. Yeah, rev that up there. We have 3 divisions in this parade, and now we into Division number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have with us, leading Division 2, the Veterans Council Honor Guard, the Juniata County military veterans and members of this august organization. And behind these 5 men is the Grand Marshal Division 2 sign carrier, and that is Cindy Williams. Cindy Williams. And the Grand Marshal Division 2, Art Allmiller, his wife riding with him, business owner, postmaster in Thompsontown, veteran serving the Borough Council and Borough Water Authority. Riding with him, his wife Shirley, riding at a 1960 Jeep Willie, transportation provided by Spruce Hill Body Shop. Our Grand Marshal, Art Allmiller. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up, all the way from Reading, it's the Reading Buccaneer Alumni Association Drum and Bugle Corps. The Reading Buccaneer Alumni Association, welcome and thank you for coming to Port Royal. Coming up next is Natural Impressions, the float, the turn of the century photography, photographing children. Abby Foringer, owner and photographer. Say cheese, hold it, don't be moving. We have the Matamoros United Methodist Church taking off per pound sensibly in Shoup's Country Campground with a wagon and walkers. Thanks so much for coming out. And throwing candy, our Juniata High School May Queen, ladies and gentlemen, Chloe Schaefer of Juniata High School. She is currently attending South Hill School of Business, majoring in accounting. We've got the Port Royal Youth Soccer Team coming in. We got Bob Slaughterback and his mule Mike from Sang Run, Maryland. How do you doing there, partner? Don't look like you got much of a hit. You're getting along, my buddy. Hit 75 south all the way home. Hey, look who's here. It's Smokey Bear. I thought he wasn't going to make it. Oh, what's a parade without Smokey Bear?
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Oh, we've learned that. He's older than I am, and I'm old. Yeah, my goodness. Port Royal United Methodist Church, and of course they have the theme, Time Changes, God Doesn't. The writers are Kathy Swetzman, Rhonda Ehrenzeller, Braden Ehrenzeller, Brooklyn Ehrenzeller, and Daniel Mumaw. Thank you very much. Kiwanis Club of Juniata County, Bob Gill is at the wheel. Alice Arnold and B.C. Marshall, dedicated to changing the world one child and one community at a time. I hope you're not hauling anyone. This is the Brown Funeral Home, past to present. Horse-drawn hearse followed by a motorized hearse. Boy, that's the way to go, let me tell you. Wow. That is absolutely beautiful. That is great. We've got Ella Zimmerman in her wagon. Ella is 21 years old, daughter of Mike and Diana Zimmerman of Port Royal. Moved from Perrysville to Port Royal, helping her pappy, Charlie Stoffer. Port Royal is Ella's home, sweet home. Spruce Hill Body Shop, 60 Jeep Willys, restored to original condition, driven by Zach Hauser. Perry County Sailors Association, former Navy Coast Guard and Merchant Marines, theme of the float is Flags of Our Fathers. Guy Benfer is driving it. Uncle Sam, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have with us today the Greenwood Community Band. We've got a tractor here, a farm-all, birds, very nice. And the United States Marine Corps. Veteran of Korea from Perry County, Paul Newt driving. Next, one of the fine organizations that services our youth. Juniata County Head Start, Early Head Start, serving children in our community ages birth to 5 years old. They're singing happy birthday to Port Royal. Give them a nice round of applause. All aboard. Perrysville, Patterson, Lewistown, Huntington, Mount Union, now leaving on Platform 3. Pleasant Valley Express, old steam engine going to work here, owned by Gary Pyle. I wanted to see that thing operating. Chug-a-chug, chug, chug, chug. Whoa. Route 333 Supplies. Yes, indeed, one of our fine people. Buddy, they've got it all. Mulch, they've got everything ready to serve you. Screen topsoil, mulch, decorating stone, located along Route 333 between Port Royal and Mifflin. Coming up next, Jack Gahn Network Services, Howard and Associates. Buy your homestead from us, Jack Gahn Network Services, Howard and Associates, making your dreams a reality. Somebody is clowning around in that vehicle. Golf cart. Bicentennial Parade hopes you enjoy the parade. If you'd like to see, toot your whistle. Jillian Marks, Sidney Schaefer, Casey Barley, Roy Aronzeller, and Helen Howard From. Ladies and gentlemen, the Susquehanna High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Myron Tchaikovsky. Ladies and gentlemen, Juniata County Veteran Queen 2011 and 2012 candidates. Coming up first is our 2011 Queen, Megan Lebkicker. And now our 2012 Queen candidates. Chastity Rayson of Mifflintown. Kayla Barner of McAllisterville. Tiffany Shoup of Port Royal. Ashley Milliken of Honeygrove. Krista Rubel of Mifflintown, all vying for the honor of being our Veterans Queen that will be crowned on Veterans Day and the Veterans Day Dance upcoming in November. All these lovely ladies, $1 a vote. That's how it works. Keep it away from the direction. Very nice to our veteran queens. Thanks so much in supporting our veterans. That's what it's all about. Here's a nice float from the Lily Farm. Beautiful Oliver row crop 66 pulling that. Followed by a Fireball. McCormick Fireball. It's amazing how they maintain these tractors. Not only did they look better than they were in the showroom, it's really incredible. All right, coming next from McBarney's, local business owner Barney Gray has our gratitude for the use of his buildings, rent-free for the Bicentennial Store, museum storage, and generally lending his support for the planning committee's efforts. Of course, that truck, oh yeah, looking good, Barney. And coming up behind is a Corvette. Looks like a cigar store engine is riding in the back. Oh, that's Barney with the coon hat. There you go. Oh, that's you. I thought you were driving the truck. I can't see. Love your hat. Fantastic, Barney. Old Port Plumbing and Heating. Well, you know what they say. The job's not done till the paperwork's finished. Old Port Plumbing and Heating. When things back up, bombs away. All right, that's enough of that crap. Get out of here. Old Port Plumbing and Heating. Central Juniata EMS, another fine organization. Thank you very much. We appreciate your support. Following Central Juniata EMS, these are the people that protect and serve the Mifflintown area. Ladies and gentlemen, Mifflintown Hose Company number 1. Boy, fire trucks have really changed since I was a kid. Stabilizers, ladders, pumpers. You almost need a college degree to operate that thing. It's like a city on its wheels. Coming up next is the Mexico Ebenezer Faith United Methodist Parish Float, the theme worship service. The Bible on the Ebenezer Float was used for the 150th anniversary of Juniata County. Thank you very much for coming. And right behind them, friends and neighbors, is the Mifflin Fire Department, serving Mifflin. Another fine, splendid unit. And bring on the tractors. 2 books and 2 shears. McCormick. Boy, you really sit back on that, don't you? Yeah, it must be a sports model. Yeah, that's, you know, it's like on a Corvette, you sort of slunk down. Now, this one's a little higher up than the McCormick here. Ellis Chalmers. Oh, check out this roadster. Hot Wheels. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, Civil War reenactors. Ladies and gentlemen, on the anniversary of the Civil War, they're leading Division 3. I believe that's Battery B, PA Volunteers Color Guard that came through. Here's the colors of our Civil War veterans, the reenactors, units, and regiments. We do appreciate your efforts here. And some lovely ladies dressed in the apparel of the day. And check out the cannons, they are on display. That was the standard artillery piece for that era. Incredible. The time and effort that these gentlemen do for detail and effect and reenactment and trying to get as close to it is really incredible. And let's not forget the Confederacy. They're Americans, too, that served proudly in their cause. The reenactors reliving and keeping in mind just how terrible the Civil War can be and the toll that it takes on people. Well, Division 3, here we go. Our Grand Marshal, Esther Leidy, being driven by the one and only town crier. Well, he's not driving, but he's ringing his bell. John Leidy, who did a great job in emceeing the bicentennial activities of yesterday, today, and of course, he'll be taking care of us tomorrow. My liege. Who's that lovely lady in the front seat? Ladies and gentlemen, coming into Port Royal, the East Juniata High School Marching Band under the direction of Kevin Milligan. Good luck at your soccer game against Greenwood today. That's going to be a tough one. Boys soccer, that's a big one. John's going to be going to that one. And coming up next is the Juniata Valley Bank entry. The Juniata Valley Bank, from metal bars to service bar, and this flows theme, changing and banking over the years.
Go mobile to Juniata Valley Bank. That's right, online banking from the comfort of your own home. How about a nice warm welcome for the Burnham Fire Company for coming down today, protecting and serving the Burnham area. And behind them is Mifflintown Girl Scout Junior Troop. The troop leaders are Jessica Hammond and Jen Hund. Thank you very much, ladies, for coming and taking part in the parade. We have the 2012 Little Miss Shade Gap Princess. This is Morgan Heilman from Richville, PA, daughter of Abby and Jesse Heilman. She's 6 years old and doing a great job. Little Miss Shade Gap, Morgan Heilman. Next is the Sussman Insurance Float, relaxing along the Tuscarora. Picnicking and fishing. You can relax and let Sussman take care of your insurance needs. Very nice. Coming up next, from our Juniata County Dairy Promotion Committee, it's our Dairy Maids. The Dairy Maids looking back 200 years. Juniata County Dairy Princess, Leona Hornberger, and alternate Brittany Hoover. All in their court here in the parade. And a familiar face, the Port Service Station, and the sprint car pushed by four-wheeler. Sprint car number 33, owned and driven by Brian Ehrenzeller. And today's special guest driver, the number one race fan, Steve Brackbill, behind the wheel. Super sprints at the very best. Do you hear the pipers, laddie? Aye, the pipers are coming. Could I feel you Highlanders of Anvil, PA? These bagpipes are proud to celebrate the bicentennial of Port Royal. 7 members under the direction of George Menser. Ladies and gentlemen, the Turbot Grange, chartered in 1884, making it one of its oldest fraternal organizations in Juniata County, known for many ice cream festivals. Membership was predominantly farmers, current members, people from all walks of life. The 1978 Dodge Prospector, always been in Juniata County, delivered new to Dittmer. Ryan Dittmer driving. Information about the Turbot Grange, you check it out. Hey, I like that horn, man. I want one of them. We got some swales. And we got Kimba Dressler. Chugging right along here. Brian Hoyer. Coming up next, the Juniata County Democratic Committee. The theme is tribute, honoring Port Royal native Fran Lindemuth, who served 20 years of prothonotary for Juniata County. Her dedication to the people of Juniata County is commendable. Her leadership at the Democratic Party invaluable. Today we honor one of our own, and thank you, Fran. We miss you, but we will never forget you. The United Way of Mifflin and Juniata County. United Way board, staff, and volunteers. Thanks to you, it's working. Together we work the United Way. Ladies and gentlemen, another fine fire unit from Lewistown. A warm welcome to the famed fire department. Delaware Township Fire Department. I guess Fame didn't make it. Well, East Salem, Delaware, a good fire company. Here's the Port Royal Presbyterian Church. Riders include Reverend Lyde, Mrs. Frank Robinson, representing one of our oldest members, Hannah Beth Wirt, 1 year along with her mother, Katie, representing our children. Greystone Cables, runabout carriage pulled by a team of black Percherons. And, of course, we have officers. This is what the officers cruise in back then, huh? I know the troops walked, but the officers rode. Civil War era clothing. And they are definitely officers. Well, we've got the Port Royal Girl Scouts, Brownie Junior and Cadet Scouts. Troop leader is Kim Dressler. Brownie Troop number 440, Girl Scout Troop number 308, cadets and seniors, all of Port Royal. Welcome and thanks so much for taking part in our parade. Love that hat over there. That's really patriotic. Here comes the Juniata County 4-H. 4-H celebrates 100 years of young people across America who are learning leadership, citizenship, and life skills. Teresa Ellinger is the director in Juniata County. Hi, Teresa. We'll see you at the youth fair next year. You know that. Hard to believe 4-H is 100 years old. Rex Funeral Home, Port Royal's oldest continuous business since 1831. This is the Lower Tuscarora Presbyterian Church float, a replica of the church built to scale. It was established in 1766, built in 1849, and you're invited to come to their ham supper October 13th from 4 to 7:30. Family style, only $8. Jim and Trudy Wagner, the children they babysit. Riding on a wagon, Logan Curlin, Patty Curlin, Michelle Stewart, and Jim and Trudy. Oh my goodness. Just like Port Royal, it got bigger. Oh my goodness. I sure wouldn't want to change that diaper. That could be nasty. Oh my, I hope that's not on TV anyway. And of course we have the Old Home Foliage Days celebrating their 20th anniversary. Plan to attend October 2 to 21st right here in Port Royal. We'll be there for the car show. And also this year we have Anything Goes, the rain-out event from the Juniata County Fair. But we have a country legend that's going to come back and perform, and Make Mine Country is going to be here. That's going to be a big event here. At the car show, the kettle soup and fries, Steve Bargo with the paddle wheel. Oh, they just love when Steve does that. Here's our friend from the Thompsontown Ambulance Division. Thanks so much for coming to Port Royal today. Another group from the Thompsontown Volunteer Fire Company. Man, there are some big units here. Wow. And from Fayette Township EMS out McAllisterville Way, one of their 5 units. Boy, these are really self-contained. They just come out everything on there. It's amazing what they have. And when you need a hook and ladder, here's a hook and ladder. Whoa. Truck number 11 out of Lewistown. That's for the big stuff. Wonder what the EPA on that thing is. About 2 miles to the gallon? 1.5 miles to the gallon. You must have a big tank. Wow. That is something. There's something very synonymous with Port Royal and racing. Old 33, Butch Reniger. Oh, yes, indeed. How many remember number 33, Butch Reniger? Carol Reniger riding. Go Buffalo. Just wouldn't be without it. That's a Ford that does the job. All right, now these cars are raced by the late Butch Reniger's grandsons. Number 33, late model, pro stock entries. You got some big shoes to fill, but I hear you're doing a good job. Keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work. And from Gray's Towing, we got oh, look at this Leicester Ford entry out of McAllisterville. I was racing in the good old days. And the Mifflintown Rotary Club. And now we have what we call the Grand Marshals of Tomorrow. Daniel Freed and Kristen Prey. And a final note, right, finishing up the parade, see you in 50 years. If I'm not here, stop without me.